Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that during the week of September 30, October 4 matters come to a head between Bill Spencer and Katie Logan. Bill would like a second chance with Katie, but she is reluctant. This time is different, however, as their son Will Spencer is back in town and pushing hard for his parents to reunite. Katie maintains that she is happy being co-parents and friends with Bill, but is she telling the truth? This week Bill gets vulnerable and surprises Katie with a soliloquy about his feelings. It is complicated though, since he was 2 minutes ago living with Poppy Nozoa, Romy Park, and swearing his undying love to her. Will Katie buy what Bill is selling? Should she trust the man who has broken her heart before? Bill swears that Katie is his one and only, but let's not forget that Katie was recently involved with Carter Walton. Maybe the public wasn't ready for that. Katie confides in her sister Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, about the reason why she is leery about reconnecting with Bill. It could be that she is afraid to get Will's hopes up. Then again, her fear could have everything to do with bombshell Brooke, who remembers when Katie told Bill to forget about her and connect with Brooke. That was when Katie was in a low spot, and we got endless scenes of her all alone and crying in a room with the rain coming down outside her window. Maybe it's Bill who should be leery? At any rate, Bill and Katie are star-crossed lovers. She could be haunted by what happened when she let Bill take up with Brooke. There is also Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, to consider, who may make a play for Ridge Forrester. Leaving Brooke unattached. We can tell you that you don't want to miss the October 4 episode, because this is when Brooke and Katie get into it about Bill. The light in the Forrester Creations executive office was dim, casting long shadows over the sleek, modern furniture. Katie Logan stood by the floor-to-ceiling window, staring out at the Los Angeles skyline, her mind racing. She had just heard the news that shattered the fragile trust she had begun to rebuild. Bill Spencer, her ex-husband, the father of her child, and a man she had fought so hard to distance herself from emotionally, had betrayed her once again. But it wasn't Bill's betrayal that cut the deepest this time. It was her sister, Brooke. Katie's phone buzzed on the desk behind her, but she ignored it. She wasn't ready for any more distractions. She needed to focus, to gather her thoughts, and prepare for the confrontation that was about to take place. Brooke was on her way over, and Katie had no intention of letting her off the hook easily. The betrayal was almost too familiar, a painful echo of the past. Bill and Brooke had always shared a dangerous chemistry, one that had destroyed Katie's marriage more than once. They had promised her, time and time again, that they would keep their distance, respect her boundaries, and let her heal. And yet here she was again, dealing with the same sordid triangle, the same lies and broken promises. A soft knock on the door broke through her thoughts. Katie turned around, her face a mask of calm control, though her heart pounded in her chest. Brooke stood in the doorway, looking hesitant, as if she knew exactly what she was walking into. "Katie," Brooke said softly, stepping into the office. She wore her usual confident smile, but there was a hint of unease in her eyes. "I'm glad you wanted to talk. I think we need to clear the air." Katie folded her arms, keeping her distance. "Clear the air? Really, Brooke? Do you even hear yourself?" Brooke's smile faltered. "Katie, please. Let's not do this. We're sisters. I know things have gotten complicated with Bill, but complicated." Katie's voice rose, the sharp edge of her anger finally breaking through. "No, Brooke, this isn't complicated. This is betrayal. Again. You promised me that you would stay away from Bill, that you would respect my relationship with him. But here we are, again, with you in the middle of my life, wrecking everything." Brooke's eyes widened, and she took a step forward, her hands outstretched in a placating gesture. "Katie, I never meant to hurt you. Bill and I." "Don't," Katie snapped, cutting her off. "Don't you dare stand there and act like this is something that just happened. You've done this before, Brooke. You've taken Bill from me before, and I forgave you. I forgave both of you because I thought you were my sister. I thought I could trust you." Tears welled in Brooke's eyes, But Katie was unmoved. She had seen this act before. The tears, the remorse, the promises that everything would be different. But it never was. Brooke and Bill had a gravitational pull toward each other, and every time Katie thought she had escaped its orbit, they dragged her right back in. "I don't want your tears, Brooke," Katie said coldly. "I'd want the truth. How long has this been going on?" Brooke shook her head, a tear slipping down her cheek. "It's not like that, Katie. Bill and I, we didn't plan this. We got caught up in the moment. I never wanted to hurt you." Katie laughed bitterly. "Caught up in the moment? That's your excuse? How many moments are you going to get caught up in, Brooke? How many times do you expect me to just sit back and watch you destroy my life?" Brooke's face crumpled, and she sank into the chair across from Katie's desk. "I'm sorry, Katie. I am. But I love him. I always have." Katie's breath caught in her throat. She had suspected, deep down, that Brooke's feelings for Bill had never really gone away, but hearing it said out loud felt like a punch to the gut. "You love him," Katie repeated, her voice hollow. "So what does that mean? Are you going to be with him now? Is that what you're telling me?" Brooke hesitated, and in that moment, Katie saw everything she needed to know. Brooke didn't want to say it, but the truth was written all over her face. She wanted Bill. She always had. Katie turned away, unable to look at her sister any longer. "I can't believe this. After everything we've been through, after all the times you promised me that you would respect my boundaries, you're still choosing him." "It's not about choosing," Brooke said, her voice barely a whisper. "I don't want to lose you, Katie. You're my sister, but I can't deny how I feel." Katie laughed again, but this time it was softer, more resigned. "You've already lost me, Brooke. The moment you decided to put your feelings for Bill above your relationship with me, you lost me." Brooke stood up, her face pale and stricken. "Katie, please, don't say that. I love you. I need you in my life." Katie shook her head, tears finally stinging her own eyes. "I don't know if I can do this anymore, Brooke. I don't know if I can keep pretending that you care about me when you keep choosing him." Brooke took a step toward her, but Katie held up a hand, stopping her in her tracks. "No, don't. I need time. I need space." Brooke nodded, her lips trembling as she backed away. "I'm sorry," she whispered again before turning and walking out of the office. As the door closed behind her, Katie sank into her chair, her heart heavy with the weight of everything that had just happened. She had stood up for herself. She had finally let Brooke know how much her actions had hurt, but it didn't feel like a victory. It felt like the end of something important and irreplaceable. Katie wiped away her tears and took a deep breath. She wasn't sure what would happen next. She didn't know if she would ever be able to forgive Brooke again. But for now, all she could do was take things one day at a time and protect her heart from the people who had broken it. For too long, she had let others dictate the terms of her life, of her happiness. But not anymore. Brooke might have stolen Bill's heart again, but she would never steal Katie's strength. That belonged to her and her alone.